Welcome back to Imagine That. It's financial planning made easy, and we've been talking about how life insurance works. We talk about why buy insurance. We also spoke about the types of insurance. Today, we want to look at some of the other things that affect our premiums or coverage and how we can best navigate avoiding even a high premium. So, let's get started. Once again, I'm Lynette Nicole. I'm a financial advisor, and this is Imagine That Financial Planning Made Easy. All right, so let's start with medical issues. Now, buying life insurance in your 20s is cheaper than in your 50s. Why? That's because there's more risk to insuring someone older who may have medical problems. So, insurance companies like to sell insurance to persons in their 20s who are young and healthy. Now, many insurance policies, especially for coverage over certain amounts, will require you to take a medical exam. The results of this exam really determine if the policy is offered and the cost it will be to you, the insured. So, the person with no medical issues or nothing serious in their medical history will have more insurance options than someone who does have any form of medical issues. You can agree with that, right? You can see that. Now, there are some things that you can do to avoid getting a high premium. If you are planning to get married or have children, it may pay to get healthy and to avoid having high insurance premiums. It can also pay to avoid risky hobbies such as scuba diving, race car driving, hand gliding, which can lead to death benefits being excluded if you participate in such activities. Being at your best weight, not drinking to excess, and not smoking can also result in lower premiums. Now, I'm not saying that they won't insure persons who have risky lifestyles and take risky hobbies. However, those premiums will definitely be higher than someone who does not. All right, so there are also some things that you can buy in your policy or which come with your policy to give you some more added security. And those clauses are called riders. So if you're unsure as to whether or not you should buy term or whole life insurance, consider that some insurance companies will provide a free rider that allows you to convert your term policy to a permanent life insurance policy at some time in the future. It's important for you to ask if this will require you taking a new exam, but in most cases that I know of here in Jamaica, it does not. So if you have a 10-year term plan or policy and you want to convert it to a permanent policy in a few years' time or even at the end of that term, then you will be able to do that without having to take another medical examination to prove your level of insurability. Now, you may want to switch from term to whole if a medical condition in your family appears in your annual medical checkup or something. So if, a term conversion rider would allow you to change your policy to a permanent one without having to reapply and possibly to be turned down because have a pre-existing or medical condition or the need to do a medical exam. All right. Now, there are also some more riders that can be bought for a low monthly fee, and it goes beyond the normal coverage of your policy. All right, one of them is accidental death and dismemberment. So you can buy extra coverage through a rider for a larger payout if you die from an accident or if you are rendered have a disability because of an accident and you can no longer work as well. So that's a payout there for you. Now, if you become disabled, a waiver of premium rider can be used to transfer the cost of your monthly premiums to your insurance company. So, in other words, your remaining life insurance policy and premium is free. However, there are health and age qualifiers, and the rider may only last until one reaches retirement. You can understand that, right? Right? But if you are young, you are healthy, you can get total disability waivers. You can get your accidental death and dismemberment and all those riders. So be sure to ask about them. So, when you're talking to your financial advisor, you can say, so what about total disability premium and waiver? Is that a part of my policy? How about accidental death and dismemberment? Is that a part of my policy? And how much more does it cost to have something like that? So now they'll be like, oh, wow, I'm so impressed. You're so knowledgeable. And you can say, yes, I learned it. And imagine that financial planning made easy. All right. So now, when you sit with your financial advisor, they may also be able to suggest a combination of policies. So you can have a combination of term and you can have a combination of permanent life insurance. It just depends on what your needs are, and your insurance advisor should be able to sit with you, listen, and be able to guide you accordingly and find policies that will fit your needs as your life changes. Hopefully, life insurance, it won't be something that your family will need for many years to come, but when they do, they'll be glad you checked this task off of your to-do list. So don't leave your family in a bind. Do your best to protect them, and I'm sure you'll be able to sleep better at night knowing that there's a peace of mind, knowing that your family is protected in the event of anything happening to you. It's been Imagine That, Financial Planning Made Easy. I'm so glad you could have joined me. I'm Lynette, your financial advisor, and I'll see you next time. Take care.